Good morning. So I've had a shower this morning. Waiting on the nurse to come back in and rehook me, but for now I am enjoying being free. It's not that glamorous. Actually, it is pretty glamorous. The GI doctors came in about, I think it was like 7 o'clock this morning or something. I think that was in our door. They were knocking at a different door. Yeah. Anyway, they came in and they were like, okay, I think someone's about to come in. They were like, now I forgot what they said. Oh yeah, they were like, we don't know what's gonna happen. We're not really sure what's going on. They're still waiting on the results from the tilt test. The person hasn't read them yet. What happened was I had the test and then the administrator sent the tests to a specialist and the specialist hasn't looked at them yet to be able to say the results of the test. So that's what we're waiting on. And GI is thinking that I'm going to have a surgery J-tube, which is where they would put a feeding tube in my abdominal wall. Through my abdominal wall. Can't talk this morning. So there's that, and then they don't really want to do the surgery until they wait to see what the tilt test, because they're not sure what the tilt test is going to say, and if it says that I have POTS, then they want to try treating me for that, to see if treating me for that will help with my vomiting. So they're just not sure, but they're like, you've been here for 2 weeks and nothing has happened, and we're like, I know. So we are waiting on a plan, so we're just waiting on the test results to make that plan. So we're just still waiting and just chilling. So that's my update this morning. Good evening. So my tilt test came back. The results came back, and not really surprised, but I failed the test. So they said that means that I probably have an autonomic, what is it? Dysfunction. So your autonomic system is the system that controls the things you don't have to think about, like breathing or your heartbeat or digestion. It controls that. And my autonomic system isn't working. Somehow it got damaged where some studies show that Lyme can damage it, Lyme disease. I got tested for Lyme disease, but it was negative, but Lyme disease has a lot of false negatives, so there is another test going that has had more success with correct results. So that'll be in sometime this weekend. So anyway, somehow my autonomic system has been damaged, and unfortunately it's unable to be fixed. It's not fixable. It's manageable, but it is a problem that I will have to deal with for the rest of my life. They said that my digestive issues could be improved. They think that they can improve it, but they have to do further tests to really pinpoint what exactly is going on with my autonomic system. So they've decided that something is wrong with it, but there's so many different aspects to your autonomic system that they just kind of want to pinpoint exactly what's wrong, and those are tests that are outpatient, and the doctor actually doesn't think that the tests can be done at this hospital. So what they're going to do to get me outpatient is I'm going to have a surgery to have a feeding tube put into my stomach. We're not sure what kind of feeding tube exactly quite yet. The surgeons have to come in and talk to us about the pros and cons of either a feeding tube that goes straight into my small intestine, or a feeding tube that goes into my stomach and then just goes through my stomach into the small intestine. Both of them have pros, both of them have a con, so the surgeon is going to come and help us decide. I think the doctor said probably tomorrow. He's thinking that the surgery will be on Tuesday, but no plans have been made whatsoever, so that's not set in stone. We really don't know anything else except that something is wrong with my autonomic system. Is it autonomic? I thought so. Autonomic system. And your autonomic system can't be fixed, but it can be managed, so it could be worse. So we're thankful that we finally have answers, even though the answers aren't necessarily the answers that we kind of wanted to hear, where it could just be fixed and we could be done with it. But God has a plan, and I'm confident that He's gonna work through this and His glory will shine. So we don't really have any other updates. We don't really know anything else. The doctor is going to be in tomorrow morning to talk more about it, because he had to go do some research to see what facilities are going to be the best facilities to send me to. So because if the tests can't be done at this hospital, he wants to send us to the hospital that is going to be the best for me. He's a super great doctor, and he really listens and works hard so that I have the best care that I could have. At first I wasn't really sure about the doctor, but he's kind of grown on me. So that's kind of where we're at. We have news finally. It's not the best, but it could be a lot worse, so we're thankful. We're very thankful that it's manageable and it's not fatal, and it's not fatal. I already said that. So we're kind of just chilling, working on our puzzle. It's getting along pretty good. I'm in the way. So we're making some good progress. We're almost done. We only just have a little bit left. So I am gonna work on my puzzle a little bit, and then I'll probably go to bed real soon, since we have a big day tomorrow. So I will update you guys then. Good night.